Congratulations! You're ready to submit your evidence for one of our 3 Classroom Learning Systems or CLS courses. We can't wait to see what you've been up to. You may use this exact same process for submitting your evidence for any or all of our 3 CLS courses, including Setting Direction, PDSA and Engaging Key Partners, and Data Systems. Let's move on with a tutorial to see exactly how you submit your evidence. So I happen to be on the CLS badging site for Setting Direction. So again, while this process can be used with any of our courses, let's play along in the Setting Direction course for now. At this point, you have visited the home page, the rationale page. You've learned lots through the content on the Setting Direction page, as well as through those exploratory stations. And now you're here at the Submit page, and you see the title at the top. The first thing you'll notice is Action Step 1, which is an individual, personal reflection on the work that you've done. So once you've completed this section, you'll go ahead and scroll right down to Action Step 2. You go forth and implement what you've learned, and now you're ready to submit. Our first step in this section is to click on the course rubric. And right here, you see 3 buttons. The first is that Setting Direction rubric. The second is Evidence Tips and Tricks, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And third is the Submission Tutorial video. And if you're watching this, you've already found this button. So back to the rubric. It says once we click this button, we will be forced to make a copy. This is now your individual rubric and has been automatically saved to your SSD Google Drive. Please name your rubric using this structure. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to click on this button, and it is asking me to make a copy. So I'll go ahead and click yes, make that copy. And here it comes. So right here is the title, and it looks like it's mainly been completed for me. But I do need to add my last name and my first name. All right, Setting Direction Submission. It looks like I've done it, but if I need to double check, I can simply come to the top, go to my badging tab right here, and I go right back to my instructions. Looks good. I'm ready to move on to the second step. And it says in the right-hand column of the rubric, insert artifacts or a link to the evidence that you would like to submit for each objective. You may use the same link for multiple objectives as long as your evidence meets the criteria. Your evidence can include picture evidence, a video of the work, and/or a written description of how you've chosen to implement this work in your classroom, complete with data, and how you display it with students. See examples of sample rubrics below. So there they are. If you want to take a peek, feel free to visit. Now this part looks important. It says it's easiest to use your SSD Google account when creating your evidence submission. If you choose to use your partner district Google account, be sure to grant permission for others to view it, and we'll kind of show you how that looks in a minute. But since it says it's easiest to use the SSD Google account, that's what I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to go to my rubric right here, click my tab, and I see my objectives on the left, 1, 2, and 3, but the right-hand column is empty. I need to put my links here. So I already have my work ready to go in my SSD Google Drive. And I'm pretty confident that the content in just this one document covers all 3 of my objectives. So I'm going to come to the top and I'm going to highlight this link. I'm going to right-click, and I get an option to copy. So I click that, and I go back to my rubric at the top, right-click again, and click Paste. And if I hit Enter, it makes my link a live link. So again, I think that this one document is going to meet all of these criteria. So I'm going to come down here, right-click, paste it again, hit Enter, come down here, right-click one more time, hit Paste, and hit Enter. And I now have all of my links in and ready to go. I'm going to slide back to my badging site and double check that I have followed those directions. So far it looks good. Step 3. If you want more information on exactly what to submit, check out the evidence tips and tricks video. So there you go. If you want to check that out, feel free. All right, step 4, very important. Share your rubric with your SSD facilitator or instructional coach. If you do not know who this is, ask your area coordinator. And be sure to allow editing to your form. If you're not sure how to do this, I'm going to show you right now. So I'm going to come back up here to my rubric. There we go. And I see I have all my links in. You will notice this red box. It does say, please indicate the date that the facilitator feedback form for setting direction was completed. This refers to the date of a conversation, a coaching conversation I had with my facilitator. And I'm going to let you know I did this a couple of weeks ago, so I'm going to put that date in. And then you'll see this box. This is empty and it should be. This is where you will eventually see your feedback. So knowing all of this, I'm ready to share it with my facilitator or instructional coach. I'm going to come up to my blue button that says share. I'm going to click that button. And I'm going to have the option to type in the name of the people I want to share this document with. So my coach is Danielle Fox. There she is. So I went ahead and put her name there. And I want to make sure she can edit so that she can give me that feedback. You should see the word editor. If you don't, click the arrow and go ahead and just click on editor. Once that's done, click send. And you're done. Job is done. Let's go back over to our site and see what our last step is. Step 5. You will see feedback from your SSD facilitator or instructional coach directly on your shared rubric within 2 weeks of your submission. So now that you have saved your rubric in your own SSD Google Drive, you can check and have access to it anytime you want. But for sure, within 2 weeks, you should see feedback from your facilitator or instructional coach. If you have any questions along the way, please reach out to your facilitator or your coach. Otherwise, congratulations, and thanks for sharing some evidence with us.